2024 is going to go down in history as one of the fastest years to be over with. And I'm not going to lie, I paid attention to every single thing that happened. And a lot of things that I noticed that I wasn't really privy to, I may have been privy to, either I was ignoring it or I just wasn't giving it as much attention to detail as I needed to. But these are a few things that I noticed about 2024 going forward. First thing is that it's now or never for a lot of people, right? You spent the majority of 2022, 2023, and all of 2024 figuring out what you are passionate about, what you want to do, what you want to make happen. Now you got to go out there and fucking do it, right? I've said this. I took that break between the midway point of 2022 and the midway point of 2023 on TikTok. I came back. I realized I'm really into this content thing. I want to post it. I want to do it. I showed y'all. I started taking my fitness serious again. I started taking my YouTube serious for the final time, posting videos about it. You know, Abdul Aesthetics. If you want to go check it out, go check it out. But it's like, it's now or never, right? Life is only going to get a little bit more difficult incrementally every single year. So you have to decide whether you're just going to ride this wave out and just do what you got to do, or you're going to make yourself into that person that you always wanted to be. That's really the truth of the matter. Secondly, mental health matters, right? Positive mental health matters. And I know people talk about it as a cliche thing, but the truth about it is this. Positive mental health, the way you feel about yourself dictates your reality, dictates the way you feel, dictates the way you do anything. If you're in a situation that doesn't serve you positively, you need to leave it. If you stay, you're making a choice to stay there. Understand that. That goes for relationships, personal mindsets, jobs, anything. If you don't like it and you continue to live that way, you are choosing to do that shit. Nobody else is choosing that for you. So you have to also choose to live a better life, right? What did Future say? Take my advice. Live a better life. Yeah, it's easier said than done, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. You see what I'm saying? You have to decide to do the shit yourself. Another thing is the power of saying no, right? This goes for my people pleasers out there. Trust me, I used to be one. I would often give people rides when I first got my car. And one of my things is I don't like giving a motherfucker a ride when they don't want to just go home. They want to go here, here, here. They want to invite other people into my car. That used to piss me off, but I never really said anything until one specific incident snapped. I'll talk about that later. And I decided to stop being such a people-pleasing person. If you don't want to do something, you don't fucking do it. If you don't want to work somewhere, you don't fucking do it. You find a better place to work. If you don't want to be around people, you don't fucking be there. Stop taking on other people's responsibilities, right? When you don't say no, you make this person's problem your problem. And now they have the right to be upset with you if you don't come through on your end of the bargain because you signed yourself up for that shit. I don't know how many people that specific segment could help, but trust me, a lot of people could really use that type talk. I'm telling you what I know. Now, this is one that I'm gonna briefly touch on because I'm not the guy for that. I'm not the guy that tells people how to do this, that, and the third with that. But financial literacy is one thing that a lot of people have to get a hold of. Getting older, I realize how stupid I've been being with my money, how dumb I've been being with not investing in certain things, with not taking financial literacy serious. I will personally sit here and be like, where is all my money going? Where is all this going? Listen, I never had shit growing up. So now that I have access to adult money, I want to buy all kinds of shit. You see what I'm saying? That's okay if you do it in moderation. Everything in life is okay when you do it in moderation. But when you go out here and you always swiping, spending, and you're not planning for the future, you fucking yourself up. Like I said, life is just going to get harder piece by piece by piece as you get older. So you got to pay attention to how you fucking manage your money. You got to figure out ways to make more money. If that means pulling extra hours at your job, or maybe getting a part-time job, starting a part-time gig, starting that business that you always wanted to start, maybe post content, get paid from that, all kind of ideas. There's plenty ways to fucking get money out here in these streets. You should not only be limited to a fucking job. Trust me, you don't want that life. You've been living that life so far. How's it been turning out for you? Exactly. Another thing, take those vacations, okay? Just because you don't have the life that you always wanted, take those fucking vacations, right? If you need to set aside 4 or 5 days to go out of the country or to go to your favorite town or your favorite city or see new places, take those fucking vacations. If you're not the type to want to start your own business, if you're not the type that wants to post content, if you're not the type to do any of that, and you don't mind working the job you're working, there's nothing wrong with that. Do not become a workaholic. Go out here. Take time for yourself. You need to understand that life is more than just work, struggle, and pain. Okay? Life, you have to put yourself in a position to build a life that is better and greater than work, struggle, and pain. I'm telling you what I know. At this stage in my life, I could give a fuck who comes or goes. I'm gonna do what is necessary for me to live a peaceful fucking life. Starting with getting healthy, right? Losing 100 fucking pounds is a very tall goal. It's something that I've failed at several times. Well, I haven't even failed. I've just learned ways not to do it, right? You don't really fail at things. You just learn that that thing doesn't specifically work for you. It may work for other people, but it don't work for you, right? I used to be like, oh, well, David Goggins can lose 100 pounds. I'm not David Goggins, okay? So I have to find my specific way to lose the same amount of weight or to do the same exact thing. That goes for you too, right? If you're not comfortable doing it the way somebody else does it, that doesn't mean you can't do it too. It is all fucking roads lead to Rome or whatever the fuck is. I don't even know exactly if that's what it says, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can figure it out your own way. Another thing, building and maintaining healthy relationships. That goes for platonic relationships. That goes for romantic relationships, situationships, whatever. Relationships with your friends, with your family too. It doesn't matter. You have to build a culture of these relationships have to serve you in a positive way. Not necessarily saying you're going to get something from these people every time you interact with them. But just because you're not getting anything from these situations like that doesn't mean you need to be giving something every single time. You feel what I'm saying? Too many times I've heard stories of people having their family abuse their time because they never say no. Go back to one of the other things I said. You got to learn the power of saying no, right? They always look at you to handle their problems because you always come through for them. Who's going to come through for you when you really need it? Rarely do those same people come through when you need it. I'm telling you. If you're in an abusive relationship and you've been there for years or months or whatever, you got to get the fuck out. And like I said in one of those other things, you're choosing to stay there if you don't do anything about it. If you don't like the situation that you're in your life, no matter what it is, and you do nothing about it, that is a choice you are making to stay there. Fix that shit. A healthy relationship with anything could be food, could be money, could be your own, self-worth. It's all got to be beneficial. It's all got to be positive. We don't have time for that negative shit. We've already been living the negative life for 10, 20, 30 fucking years. Time for a change. This is going to be real quick, but I touched on it when I talked about my own personal self. Take care of your body, okay? If you're not fat, do not get fat. If you're not crazy overweight, don't gain any more weight. Trust me, you've already been big, you know what it's like. You've already been unhealthy, you know what it's like. Cut out all the fucking bullshit like the drugs and the coping mechanisms and all that shit. Cut that shit out of your life. You don't need it. I promise you. You take care of your body will take care of you. One of the things that really fucks with me is that I got a homeboy. He can get up right now and go run 7, 10, 15 miles. And I look at that shit and be like, damn, I need to be able to do that. I'm not like, oh man, it sucks that I can't. No, it's like I need to be able to do that. So now I have to work towards getting up and running and doing all this shit. Even though I've never been a runner, I'm more of a fucking habitual walker. I will walk to the ends of the earth. I ain't running no fucking well. But just because I don't do it doesn't mean it's not a talent that I want to fucking build and learn just in case I need it. Because you never know what the fuck you need until you really need it. And you're like, damn, I wish I would have trained for this shit. You see what I'm saying? But above all else, take care of your body. Build some muscle, lose some weight, drink your fucking water, eat your fruits, eat your vegetables, eat your lean proteins. You'll be good. I promise you. And get quality fucking sleep. I am learning the hard way. You cannot survive off of caffeine and 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep. You need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. If you got fucking, and rarely do people have, what's that thing that makes you stay up all night? I can't remember what it's called, but rarely do people have that. You just staying up because you don't want to go to work tomorrow. I know you don't want to go to work tomorrow, but if that's the reason why you're staying up, get a better fucking job. Find a way to make more money. Get quality sleep. I promise you, your job will not be as bad as it is. Your job will not be as bad as it is. I'm talking too fast. If you get quality sleep. Whatever percentage it makes better, it's just going to make that experience a little bit better. And finally, let's reevaluate those personal goals. Like I said in the beginning, it's now or never, right? It's now or never. You know what you want to do. You know how to start. You may not know how to finish, but you know how to start, right? If you want to run and you can't fucking walk, if you want to run and you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. If you can't crawl, you fucking willpower that shit. But you have everything at your disposal to start. You may not be able to finish, but you have everything at your disposal to start. Trust me. I'm telling you what I know, goddammit. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you made it this far, You a real one, and I should probably cash app you $5. Most people don't watch videos over a minute. This video 10 minutes long. Hey, go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. We on that grind. I start vlogging my next episode tomorrow. Let's get with it. Intro already done. I'm not fucking around. Huh? I'm not fucking around. Huh?